Hello Halo fans, welcome to the very first Halo TV channel presentation. I would like to thank you all for taking the time to check out this channel, and I hope that you will come back in the future for more Halo related content. This video will cover perhaps the most exciting piece of Halo related news in its franchise's history, the Master Chief Collection. I decided to make this video because ever since Master Chief Collection was announced at E3, I have been seeing people asking questions all over the internet about what exactly the collection entails. So I thought I would make this video for those people who somehow still haven't heard about Master Chief Collection, or for those who still might have unanswered questions. So let's get on with the video. Master Chief Collection releases on November 11th of this year and is an Xbox One exclusive. Sorry PS4 owners, you still can't play arguably the best console exclusive FPS ever. As far as a PC release is concerned, 343 Industries has stated they don't have any current plans to release it on the PC, so I wouldn't hold your breath. So what are you going to get with the Master Chief Collection? Well, you are going to get a lot. First, you are going to get access to Halo Nightfall, which is a live-action Halo series with Ridley Scott as the executive producer. Also included will be access to the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta, which starts on December 29th and will run until January the 18th. I plan to make another video to talk about the beta in depth. Finally, you're going to get 4 Halo games, Halos 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer, which I will talk about a little bit later on in this video. And the best part is that all of this content will be on one disc for only $60. So a cool thing about Master Chief Collection is that all the Halo games will run at 60 frames per second and in 1080p, which means all the games are going to look and play better. In addition to the graphic improvements, Master Chief Collection will also feature dedicated servers, which is also a first for Halo. Gone will be the days of playing on crappy peer-to-peer connections and players complaining about host advantage. The benefits of both the graphic improvements and dedicated servers cannot be overstated. They're going to make playing Halo that much more enjoyable. Now, because all this content is on one disc, you're going to be able to launch both the single player and multiplayer from a universal menu system, which is pictured below. As for the single player side of this collection, all the campaign missions will be unlocked from the start. This means you will be able to jump into any campaign mission from any game at any time. On the multiplayer end of things, 343 Industries is touting the multi-game playlists, which will give players the option once in a lobby to choose between 4 maps, each from a different Halo game. Speaking of maps, Master Chief Collection will contain all the official Halo maps that ever shipped, including DLC maps, Halo 1 PC maps, and H2 Vista maps, which means that there will be over 100 maps in the collection. For those of you who will buy this collection but will only want to play a specific Halo's multiplayer, don't worry about that, that will be an option as well. So if you want to only play on maps from Halo 2 for instance, that option will be available to you. A big question that a lot of people had was whether or not Master Chief Collection would support local play via LAN. Fortunately, the answer to this question is yes, but with a caveat. In order for LAN play to work, the router or modem that is being used to connect the Xboxes has to be connected to an internet connection, so that Xbox Live can ping the modem. From what I have been able to gather, this requirement is a limitation of the Xbox One, so you can thank Microsoft for this. Another cool feature that has found its way into Master Chief Collection is the inclusion of universal button layouts. These universal layouts mean that you'll have the option to use the same controller settings in all the different games. And for those of you wondering, it has been confirmed that Bumper Jumper will be one of the universal layouts. On the issues of customization, these screenshots were taken from the Gamescom event, which was recently held in Cologne, Germany, and they seem to indicate that you will have the option to customize your Spartan's emblem, emblem color, armor, your service ID, and nameplate. While these features were available in previous Halo games, it's nice to know that they should also be included with the Master Chief Collection. Another big thing that people were interested in was a ranking system. More specifically, a lot of people wanted the Halo 2 ranking system to return in Master Chief Collection. The reason for this is because the Halo 2 ranking system is by far the most difficult system to level up in when compared to subsequent Halo titles. During Halo 2's glory days, there were very few if any legit level 45 to 50 players. Most players who had those ranks cheated to obtain their rankings by soft modding, standbying, bridging hosts, and any number of other methods. The difficulty of Halo 2's ranking system perhaps is its most compelling feature. Plus the icons obtained from ranking up are just plain awesome looking. So having said all that, it was recently confirmed that Master Chief Collection will in fact feature the Halo 2 ranking system. Naturally, this announcement was well received by Halo fans. For those of you who are wondering who Josh Mankey is, he is the guy who was responsible for the StarCraft II ladder system and he also worked on the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 League Play ranking system. So for those of you who haven't played either of those games, both ranking systems are generally lauded as being some of the best ranking/ladder systems around today. So basically what I'm telling you is that Master Chief Collection ranking system is in good hands with Minky in charge. So even after all those tweets, it still isn't entirely clear how the ranking system will work. The way I think, and I underline the word think, the system is going to work is that there are going to be rankings for each game's independent playlists. For example, let's just say that each Halo game has Team Slayer and Team Objective playlists. I could be a level 20 in Halo 1 Team Slayer, a level 30 in Halo 2 Team Slayer, and so on. But in the multi-game Slayer playlist, I might be a 35. I really wish 343i would just spell out how this system will work, but it's still possible they haven't completely nailed down the system yet, as they have admitted that the playlists are still a work in progress. So now let's talk about the specific enhancements that each game is going to receive in this collection. The biggest piece of news for Halo 1 Combat Evolved is that you will be able to play the original multiplayer over Xbox Live for the first time. Yes, this will be the same multiplayer experience that kickstarted the Halo phenomenon back in 2001. Some of you might remember that 343 Industries released Halo 1 Anniversary 3 years ago, with the ability to play Halo 1 online. However, the multiplayer was a recreation of the original multiplayer built using the Halo Reach engine. Having played the game myself, I can say that it was a fair facsimile of Halo 1, but it just wasn't quite the same addicting experience. This is why having the original Halo 1 multiplayer on Xbox Live is such a huge thing for old school gamers. As far as the rest of the game is concerned, the campaign will be just like the Halo 1 Combat Anniversary version that shipped a few years ago, which means you will be able to flip the campaign between the original and remastered versions. And while the multiplayer will not be getting any specific graphical improvements, it will look a lot better given that it will be running at 60 frames per second and at 1080p. So given this is the 10-year anniversary of Halo 2's launch, Halo 2 is receiving the most love in Master Chief Collection. For starters, the campaign is getting the same kind of treatment that Halo 1 Combat Evolved Anniversary got. So you will be able to flip between the original Halo 2 engine and the new engine. As you can see, there is a huge graphical improvement, which you would of course expect. The cutscenes have also been completely redone by Blur Studios, and they look absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, 343i has said they are having difficulty getting the Halo 2 campaign to run at the aforementioned 60 frames per second and at 1080p, given that there are two engines running simultaneously, but that they hope to be able to achieve this goal. The biggest piece of news for me was that Master Chief Collection will also include two different versions of Halo 2 multiplayer. One version is the original Halo 2 multiplayer including all the patches. This version will also have all the button combos, so things like BXR, BXB, and Double Shot will still be in the game. In addition, 343i has stated that players will still be able to perform most of the super bounces in the original game. However, some of them might not work due to the increase in graphical fidelity. On that subject, just like Halo 1, the classic version of Halo 2 will not be receiving any graphical improvements as such, but will be running at 60 frames per second and at 1080p. Which if you look at some of these pictures, you can see that the game will look much better. If playing the classic version of Halo 2 doesn't get you excited, don't worry about that because you will also be able to play the new Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer. This version will feature updated graphics and matches will be played on 6 reimagined maps. So far 4 maps have been confirmed. Those maps are Ascension, Coagulation, Sanctuary, and Zanzibar. It has been speculated that one of the remaining maps will be Lockout, which I think is a strong possibility, and that the 6th and final map will be a big team battle map similar to Headlong. An important change to note is that all the glitches that existed in Halo 2 Classic multiplayer will not be a part of this version. Additionally, Forge mode has been confirmed to work in the Anniversary Edition. Halos 3 and 4 seem to be the red-headed stepchildren of the Master Chief Collection, as nothing new is being added for either game. 343i has mentioned in various interviews that because both games will be running at 60 frames per second and at 1080p, that the games look noticeably better, but I don't expect them to see the same kind of graphical leap that Halo 1 and Halo 2 will get. Also, unfortunately it appears that Theater mode will only work in these two games and in Halo 2 Anniversary, not in Halo 1 or in the classic version of Halo 2. So that will sum up the Master Chief Collection frequently asked questions. I hope this video helped to answer a lot of your questions regarding the collection. Let me know in the comment section below if you found this video informative or if I left out some important pieces of information. Also, please make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Halo TV channel logging off.